Hey, all right there. I haven't done the video for a while, and obviously we are in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic, epidemic, whatever you want to call it, and things are quite challenging for a lot of people because we are completely and utterly in lockdown. And I'm trying not to get frustrated with people who are constantly reminding me to stay home, and people who have families and partners who live with their families and live with their partners, claiming that they're socially isolating because they're not. Social isolation is when you live on your own like I do and you've got no one around. So there you go, that's pissing me off quite a bit. I am not going to my therapy, my group therapy because of it. I'm not going to my one-to-one therapy because of this thing. I'm having my one-to-one therapy though over the telephone, and that's fine, that's good. And I'm having my group therapy perhaps by video from next week. I'm not sure if I do that or not. It's not the same not being in the room with people. I'm struggling to get food online because all the slots are booked up by people who don't need them, who are obviously being selfish, you know, because the slots should really be for people who can't get out. I'm on the maximum dose of my heart failure medication now. That combined with being almost on the maximum dose of gabapentin and my depression meds is making me very zoned out and tired a lot of the time. I am trying to work on my book and going through my files again, which is really interesting because I'm revisiting some of the reports that were made about me in the children's home from 1981 to 1987. So this is a report from when I am 12 years old, basically. So it says, since Jeremy's last review, there's been little change in his behaviour. He is still very much a loner. Recently, we've had 3 younger children whom Jeremy thinks he has a hold over and will become aggressive towards them if they fail to do as he wishes. He also talks to them about lighting fires. At the moment, this is only chat. I still feel Jeremy has private fire sessions, e.g. bits of paper and small pieces of wood. Jeremy is very interested in the day-to-day happenings of the world. The first thing he does on a morning is read the daily newspaper. He is still excited by death and disaster and will repeat all the gory details with a big grin on his face. Jeremy's greatest achievements happen at school where he appears happy and settled. He works hard and shows interest in most subjects. His teachers say his writing could improve. Debbie and Derek need to see Jeremy and take him to some interesting places. I think Jeremy enjoys his visits, but he rarely shares his true pleasure and appreciation. He is most put out should they inconvenience him and will be rude and hostile towards them on the phone. Jeremy has great difficulty in forming or sustaining any long-lasting relationship over the last couple of months. He has had a few friends. At the moment, these seem to have died down. Jeremy goes through very nervous phases at times when he is fidgety and scratches his spots until he draws blood. They seem to give him a sadistic kind of pleasure. Overall, Jeremy presents himself as a very sad child. Socially, he is very immature. Other times, he is a little old man. I find it very difficult to understand him, his moods and depressions. He will continue to need a great deal of help both medically and socially. This woman was a proper bitch to me, okay? She said to me one time, when I was about 13 years old, and as she was going up the stairs in the home, you are going to be mental just like your mum one day, okay? So this is why I have complex post-traumatic stress injury, and I'm calling it injury now, not disorder, because it is an injury from stuff like that. So I'm reading all of this stuff, and it's helping me put things into perspective in regards to why I am the way I am, and basically my behaviour was problematic, which is not fucking rocket science considering how much abuse and neglect I had in the first 5 years of my life, and how my brain was formed, and how when at that children's home, that was the 11th move I had experienced in 12 years. So the first 5 years of my life, I went to fostering when I was 1.5 years old, back to mum when I was 2, into a nursery when I was 2.5, back to mum when I was 3, into a nursery when I was 4, again back to mum when I was 4.5, and then into care permanently when I was 5.5 years old, when I went into an assessment centre. Yes, I went to an assessment centre when I was 5.5 years old, while I decided what they were going to do with me. Then I went to a children's home at 9 years old. I was fostered, and that broke down when I was 10.5, and I went back to the assessment centre. Then from the assessment centre I went to the children's home. So at this point in 1982, when I'm 12 years old, that number of moves, and I was being ritualistically bullied by the other kids. Well, it seemed to me like bullying at the time, but it was just banter, but it was quite hardcore, and this was sanctioned by the staff in the home. So I'm reading all of this stuff in my care files. So there seems to be about a 3-year period from 81 to 83, 84, where all of the reports from the staff are very negative and hurtful in regards to what they are saying about me, and there is very, very, very little praise or acknowledgement for all the good things I do at school and stuff like that, and they paint a very dim and negative view of me. So this is what I've been kind of reading over the last 3 weeks, in depth into my care files, put it into the book that I'm writing about my life. I'm on 340 pages of the book and almost 200,000 words. And I'm not even, I'm probably 3/4 of the way through, so I've still got a lot to do. So it's interesting times in regards to what is going on. And obviously, with there being increased isolation, it is affecting my mental health, and my physical health is a bit more worse as well, because I'm in much more pain now from the neurofibromatosis. 1 or 2 of the really painful ones were going to be removed at the end of March, but that got cancelled because of COVID-19, and I've been put in a high risk category as well, so it's all been quite interesting.